dream with me. Let your mind explore all the things we were created for. Possibilities, an open door that keeps us reaching out for more. Sure that I'm not sure, I know when I don't know it, so I listen for my inner voice. Carry the winds, drown out the rain, but will it make sense without the pain? Will color me blue?
Well, good morning.
Pink. Who knew that at the brink
Time to party.
of the end,
Let me set the
life
music
could
off. Good
begin?
morning. Good morning. Good morning, all. Controversial cruising, scratching Pete. I mean, who else do I need when I got y'all? I keep thinking it's Friday. I think it is Friday. Oh, I got a lot to talk about today, y'all. A lot. It's raining here in Florida. It's raining here in Florida. Lord, it's raining all over the world. Hey, oh my God, Darren here. Oh, I'm gonna have to be on my best behavior now. The man of God is here. I got to be on my good behavior, Darren. How's your mom doing, Darren? And Darren stays so close to me. You know, I could drive up and we could have lunch together and come back home. Well, probably have to stay in a hotel, but how's it going in Ocala, Darren? And Scratching Pete, how you doing this morning over there in Canada? Never been to Canada. Gonna have to get to Canada one day. Yeah, Darren, I haven't seen him for a minute. I have to be on my best behavior as well. You got that right. You got that right. You're still one of the best people that was on my show, and I still appreciate you more than you know. Little lost right now, Darren. Okay. Who knows? I might have to chit chat with Darren. Maybe that's the man I need to be talking to. Oh no, we ain't gonna start the food thing, Darren. You supposed to be, you know what you supposed to be doing. You ain't over Germany no more. You are not over in Germany anymore. But yeah, it's supposed to rain, I guess, most of the day. And it's just dreary. We got no sun in Florida in the Tampa Bay area. And it's just and I don't know, why do I keep thinking it's Friday? It's Wednesday, and I keep thinking it's, oh my God, you didn't say that. He fattered and mean flattered. That ain't what you mean. Say what you mean, what you mean, what you mean. Let your yes be yes, and your no mean no. I didn't learn that from the Bible thing. I learned it from a friend. Because when I was younger, I was always indecisive. And I always used to tell her yes, that I was going to do something. Then I changed my mind. And she said, let your yes be yes, and your no. She taught me. She taught me very well. And some people shared me out on Monday. I got two pieces of paper going here, and I don't know what I did. Oh, here it is. Okay. Mr. Indut, they're on my ticker tape. Swoop Like Me shared me out. Felicia F.R. Humphreys. Hey, Frosty the Snowman. Okay, and VS Speaks Royally shared me out. Yeah, Frosty Garden. He got a couple of channels, Darren. I don't know who he gonna come in here on which day. And whoever comes in thumbs up, thumbs up. If you forgot, share me out and I will thank you. And also put you on my little ticker tape the next day. So if you share me out today, I'll put you on my ticker tape on Friday because that really helps me out. And official Jamie has shared me out also. So we got about 5 or 6 people that shared me out. And Darren, I celebrated my 2-year anniversary on Sunday. I had a good time, Darren. I had a good time. Everybody showed up and everybody showed out. And I had a huge glass of wine on an empty stomach. And I could tell you where that went. When I got up from this desk, it wasn't a pretty picture. It was not a pretty picture. That's all I can say. Oh, Keisha, good morning. I miss you so much. Thank you so much. Keisha, I keep telling him I think it's Friday. I don't know what, I don't know when. And Keisha, we got Darren here this morning, honey. Yep, we got Darren here this morning. I need to talk to Darren too. You watch, I'm gonna DM you, Darren. Yeah, I think you'll be a good person to talk to. Yeah. I done burned up everybody else's ears. They tired of me. When are we and your husband? When you pay for the ticket. That's where we going. I don't know. I never had that on my sites, Darren, but I never was gonna meet you ever, and I didn't know it. So I guess Germany could be on my site. That's what's so good about this is you never know where life's gonna take you. Who knows? I might end up over in Germany. They're gonna let me back in, Darren. Do I have to take the COVID test? What do I gotta take shots when I go over Germany? What, you gotta do anything special? You got, or it's just the norm? She watched the full replay. Yeah, girl, it was a big old. Ooh, if you know what, Keisha, honestly, if we would have stayed on another hour, I would have filled my glass back up. And I'm so glad we didn't stay on another hour. It was good too. At first it wasn't, but the more I tasted, the better it tastes. I tell you. Yeah, we never know where this life's gonna take us. Like I was thinking about that this morning. Like my son that stays in Australia, who would have dreamed that I would have a child living in Australia? He's been over there forever now, but I'm trying to think. He's never been back home since he's been over there. He sure haven't. When I just, I think about it, I've been over there, but he hasn't. And it would be really expensive if he bought his whole family over here. But that's what I was thinking. You never know where life is going to take you at. You really don't. Once you go, you will want to come back. Trust me. I want to come back once I go. You meant I don't want to come back. That must be what you mean. Cause if you telling me once I go, I will want to come back, that means I don't need to go. I know you wrote it wrong. You wrote it wrong, Dan. I know you did. You're a little tired. I took a couple of last year for their first time there in Germany. We speak on their 5th trip back. I know, but yeah, that means I wouldn't want to come back home. That's why I want a place where I can visit and I don't want to come back home. I don't know why I always think Thailand. Anybody got a place? If you didn't live in the U.S., where would you want to stay? Well, we know Darren is Germany, but where have you ever thought about that? Where you would want to stay? If I continue to live in the U.S., I want to stay out in the country. That's where I want to stay. I want to stay out in the country. No, you cannot type today. You're getting old. You got your eyeglasses on? Oh, I was supposed to ask you the other day. What was you supposed to ask me the other day? I know you asked about the thumbnails, but I can't remember what you were going to ask me about the other day. I can't remember, but remind me and let me know. Let me tell y'all about the homeowner insurance in Florida. Anybody that stay in Florida better listen to me, because you're going to end up having a double bill. Now I want to, hey Sung Art, how you doing? That's my buddy. I can't. Well, you need to go find your eyeglasses. I got about 5. I got 1, 2, and I got about 4 other ones somewhere else. They supposed to have been in here. See, that's 3, and it's another pair somewhere else. I can't. Look what I got. Look what I got me. Oh, child, God been so good to me. Oh my God, I can't even find what I'm supposed to be doing here. Thank you, Sung Art. That's for my camera fun. Thank you, Sung Art. Thank you, honey. I'm gonna get my camera. Bud Files, hello, and welcome. I just was gonna talk about what floor. I'm talking about everything today. This be my best thing. When I talk about everything and I don't talk about one thing, but we all end up talking about the same thing in the end. So we all right. But anyway, I'm gonna share a story too, a family story in the end. Magnificent Journey said, guess what? I just found them. I bet. See, I know you got more than one pair. You can go to Dollar Tree and get you 4 pair for $1.25 each. And I only need them to read. I don't need them for anything else. Thank goodness. Antoinette, good morning. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. I was over to VS Speaks Royally. She sing more than me. And she get around too. If y'all ain't been to VS Speak Royally, she does lives about the royal family, about hip hop people, and talk about everything, and throwing chairs, and what else she be talking about? Trash time. She talk about a lot. It's fun over there. Yeah, Antoinette, good morning in this chat. We got the Bud Files natural alarm in here, and I'm hoping if I miss anybody, let me know, because you know y'all be bouncing around. And Frosty, you need to tell me what I'm supposed to remember. I know we talked about thumbnails on Sunday. And good morning again, Antoinette. And I'm trying to go down the chat. I got my geeky girl. She was here with me on Sunday on my celebration of 2 years, because we go back for a while. And geeky girl got all them girls that I wanted in my life, but she can have them. You can have them now. I'm too old to be raising children. Okay. I know one lady that's a YouTuber, Tamika, Tamika. She is 52 years old, and she just had a baby. And then she thinking about having another one, so this baby don't be alone. But she need to have, when this baby turned 9 months, then she need to start again with in vitro. So I'm telling you, if she got the time and she got the energy, I say go for it, girl. Oh, she's saying hello to Antoinette. Oh, I was the only one you called beautiful. Thank you everybody for coming in. Thumbs up. That get the algorithm going. And I'm probably saying it wrong, but y'all know what I mean. I'm going down the chat. Boy, y'all chitter-chatting this morning. It's something about Wednesday. It always it's a little busy, which I love. Okay. I want to ask a question too before I forget, because I got YouTube content creators in here. Okay, I did a short, but I used a trending music, and of course, what they put up and say with the monetization is what's in the yellow and not in the green. So I think they're not really pushing it out there. They say don't do anything, but I don't really think they're pushing that dancing video at all because I use that music. They say that it doesn't affect it, but it affected that one. It really affected that one. So I was wondering when your monetization, I know yellow, I mean that means you get partial money for it or none at all. But they say on shorts, it don't affect it. But I think it affects it. Does anybody know? I know, with the shorts, but because I know they're not pushing it. And I wasn't really like sexy, I wouldn't think. I'll have, you know what? I'm going to try another one and use music off of Epidemic Sounds and see what happens. Let's see. Frosty say, thank you again, everybody, for being here. And the ones hashtag replay after. Well, it's just you said come back tomorrow for the thumbnail. So I want to ask, where can I show you it? You can show me. Have you been? I'm under Instagram. I am Betty J Gathers. You can send it to my Instagram. Okay. Just make friends with me and you can message me and you can put it in there. And Frosty, if you're not sure, we can even, if you come over to my email, we can even set up a time, a private time to do, we could do a YouTube, just, not you. Yeah, YouTube StreamYard privately, and then we can talk about it. And then I can see if other people want to join in. We could do that, but you definitely can send me the thumbnail to my I am Betty J Gathers. And then, if you're not still quite sure, then I can kind of show you some tips. And it's a lot that I need to learn too. So it just helps me also. Okay. Does that answer the question to you? 52 and a half. Yeah, she done had him. Tamika, she had him. He tied her out too, more than she thought he was gonna tie. She has a 20-some years old, but she thought I thought I was in the clear. Men never in the clear. You ain't in no clear. Women ain't in the clear until a certain time, and that cycle be off for a year, a full year. So that means, if you still having a period every month or whatever, you can still have a baby, So, and my periods really didn't stop until I was, late 50s. So, I mean, you can still have a baby up at, up that age. 52 and new. I know, girl, we tired because we done had children. She had a child. She got a child too, 20-some years old, a daughter. Now she has a baby. He's about 3 or 4 months old. So I can do 2 more. But yeah, Keisha, have another one. And I ain't helping you either. Yeah, it's not, because so much can happen, with the chromosomal as you get older. And then she was doing in vitro, and everything. So she was going through a lot. And then you're pumping all those hormones in your body. My sister can have another baby. Shoot. She ain't had one yet, so she might as well give us another one in the family. Okay, girl. I keep thinking it's Friday. My sister can give us a baby. April Showers, good morning. Good morning. I still be watching you out in the bushes sometimes. I sure do. I be watching you. It was the dancing. And they're not pushing that video out. It's because I know what it is. It's because I use that trending music. And I did it on a short and they said it wouldn't affect it, but it affected. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use music from Epidemic Sounds and watch they push that one out. Watch they push that one out. They ain't pushing this one out, but that's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's a little disappointing, but that's all right. Song Art gave me a super chat this morning, honey. And everybody in the chat, I'm all right now. Everybody done showed up And I'm just trying to Geeky Girl said the 27-year-old will be helpful, maybe. No, she ain't around there that much, girl. She had to get her doula to help. So now she's getting into a routine. She stays in New York. So, so she got to take transportation. She goes back to work in December. So that means he got to go to daycare all day, so she got to go back to work. And then she talking about, I don't think she going to do another in vitro. She said she got 1 egg left. So another time I will message her. Okay, that would be great. That would be great. And then I will have time to get back and forth with you, Frosty. Okay, please do that. Oh, there go Jamie. Jamie. I almost called you this morning, but I said, I'm gonna let you rest. I know, right, Geeky Girl? I'm telling you, I need to get with just you and Jamie and get me a big glass of wine. Just to get me some wine. But let me get back on this homeowner insurance. If you stay in Florida, I have Citizens Insurance. Okay, now I know, Andrea. I like Geeky Girl. I love calling her Geeky Girl. Like Warm Strong, I don't like to call him Bill. But anyway, let me get back on insurance. Citizen Insurance, we pay over $3,000 a year. They sent a letter in the mail that we have to let them know by October 5th. Now it's September 27th. If we don't come back and say we want to keep them at $3,000, they gonna automatically switch us over to another insurance company that you got to pay $6,000 to. So that means if I didn't open that envelope, I would have been paying $6,000. I'm telling y'all, in the state of Florida, especially if you own your house, it's still gonna go up on people that got a mortgage, but them, because you ain't got no choice but to have a mortgage and have insurance. But people that got their house paid off, we have options, but the options ain't good in Florida and in California. It's not good. Okay, so please open up your mail and just know a lot of people with mortgages, they gonna go up because of this insurance change. I know when I had a mortgage, my mortgage went up almost every year. Every year. People gonna be hurting. Them people that don't open that envelope, they gonna be hurting. And get this, Jamie. Citizen Insurance, which is backed by the government, they said that if another insurance come along and it's only 20% more than them, they're gonna automatically switch us anyway. Now, ain't that special? And that's being free in America. It's a shame. It's a shame. Yeah, okay. No, you're gonna drink some water, no Pepsi. From the Bible, red wine is good for you. It's good for you. I know, and it's getting worse. Jamie, there ain't much to pick from. The cheapest was Citizen. So you have the option of picking yours then. The cheapest was Citizen, and we're paying over $3,000. And I'm not even in a flood area. So they're trying to figure out a way not to even pay for storms. They're going to say that it's what they call it, the something of God. Where they couldn't prevent it, acts of God, something like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Acts of God, where they don't pay. So they're trying to get out of a way to totally pay. And I say, if they're not going to pay for storm and damage and stuff, then we need hey, OG Brand, I was talking about you last night. You be on, I'm telling you, I be talking about my OG Brand. Yeah, insurance is off the chain. So I don't know what we're going to do. Thank you for everybody for coming in and the ones that do the replay and thumbs up to help me grow. But yeah, I wanted to make sure I mention that because that's going to affect all of us. All of us. When my husband got that letter, I thought somebody had done died. Like, oh, goodness. Oh my God. Kiki girl, she into did you eat your Fruit Loops? Kiki girl, you need to stop, girl. You know what? I want to talk about something. Do I want to talk about it now? I'm so glad I got Darren in here because he can keep me under control with something I want to talk about. First, I'm trying to say, yeah, we'll say the good stuff. I had to make a patient call. Okay, yeah, because the medical community, oh, they off the chain too. Doctors charge y'all, they off the change. Medical, they off the change. They want to do everything. They want to keep all the profits. So I was talking to somebody about that yesterday. She's going on, she has a major illness, and and switching different doctors, then they hold up your treatment, and then you gotta wait. They don't care what your treatment is and what they treating you about. Okay. And God forbid if you have to throw your parents in a nursing home, you better check up on them all the time. I can tell you that. Even if you think it's a good home, check up on that home. You drop in at different times, y'all. Because sometimes we do have to put our parents, even though we don't want to, sometimes we have to. I remember my mom, I don't know if Annette remember this, saying that if she got Alzheimer's, that if she start going out of doors and stuff, she said she'd give us permission just to go ahead and put her in a nursing home. Because that's a lot. And sometimes you have to, for your own. Yeah, OG, I thought about you this morning. I said, let me put my white shirt on and let me put my yellow hat on because I know OG was coming. I know he was coming. Okay. I want to know. I probably needed Warmstrong to control me on this one, but Warmstrong, he ain't going to be here today to help us, sister. Okay. This is what I feel. I talked about this before, but I'm going to talk about this a little bit again today. Why do people feel that they have to out people out, that they're scam artists, that they didn't get their numbers legitimately? Hey, Arda, I want to know why. To say they're liars, to say they're scam artists, and to me, when you start talking like that, I'm giving you the side eye. Ain't nobody in this world perfect. Even the ones that was saying it, like, what you hide? I'm asking, what are you hiding? I want to know, what are you hiding? Let me see what my sister's saying before I get back to this. Government's a mess, always doing stuff to get more money. Freaking Congress and senators have best of everything. They got the best health care. Even if they get laid off their job, they got big income still coming. They ain't even got to pay for their insurance. And they want to they want to take ours away. Where they doing that at? In America. In America. That's where they doing it at. Okay, Darren said time for the go because she finna get on some mess. Thank you. I always fly. Thank you. Oh, this is the cancel. And yeah. And it's getting worse, geeky girl. And you know what? People take their time. Come on. Got it all set up to talk about other creators. Now, get this. They get you there. They know what you there for. But then they don't talk about it right away. Okay? They don't talk about it right away because, see, their numbers is good. Their numbers is good. So they don't talk about it right away. They holding you. So then I'm looking to side eye at you then. Okay? And I say again, what's the skeletons in your closet? Why are you talking about somebody else and their numbers. And then you say, just admit it to me. I don't know you. Admit it to me. And I'll feel better about you. Who are you? Yeah, I'm going to talk about it. Who are you that I got to admit to you that I did something wrong? And how do you know I did something wrong? You know, you took that time to look at my numbers instead of taking care of your own self. What I'm talking about. Rooted, how are you doing this morning? Rooted, do you have an Instagram? I think you told me you didn't. I guess I have to let me know if you have an Instagram or email that I can get in contact with you. I haven't forgotten. I don't be forgetting about people. How about this? I work for mail, so they get my sweat. My sweat. She done wrote something wrong. Then they have on your insurance you pay into. If you get a scan at mail, you still have to pay $400. They get, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Everybody do not care. It's sad. I'm telling y'all, we stay in a chaotic society. We really do. We have to admit that. You know, no matter where we go. Oh, look at Rooted. He gonna be setting up an Instagram. Come and join us. Come and join us. I had Mama Laney. She finally set up an Instagram. She everywhere. She loves it. She loves it. Controversial Cruising is here. My 35-year-old son. But yeah, I just say you need to turn the mirror back and look at your own self. Okay? And you know what it seems like? We're not even adults anymore. We're kids. It's like going back in high school. It really is. You probably need to write Warmstrong. He'll let you know. But and then they said that the people that was talking about the other YouTubers that was scamming or whatever with their numbers, that they aren't going to invite them up on their channel. Well, that's all right. Do you have to tell me? Do you have to tell others that you're not going to invite me up on your channel? What do they care? You think anybody care about me if I sit up here and tell you I don't like so and so and so, and I ain't inviting them up on my channel? Heck, there people don't like me. It's people don't like them. So y'all be getting me started. Y'all be getting me started. I'm telling you, this is in life, and this is on this YouTube streets. We done lost it. We have. And then after you tear them down, I'm gonna say it again. After you done tore them down, then you tell me if I admit to you, then you'll feel better about me. But what have you done? And then in the midst of it, see, I'm listening. They're saying it happened to them. They didn't know that they was getting those numbers. And I know what they mean by feeling dirty, because that's how you feel. You feel dirty. So, hey, but we do, y'all. I'm just not talking about them. I'm talking about we really got to stop. I mean, this, you know, with the creators, we can't stop. And that's my whole thing. Look like we should be doing this with, look like it should be the what I want to say, the trolls. That's who it seemed like instead of the YouTube creators. We ain't even got to deal with the trolls. We got to deal with the YouTube. Hey, MLW Fishing. It's been a little while. And I just forgot about the chat. Let me Alexis. Keisha says, not me. I'm grown. Can't be really silly sometimes. And yes, Keisha, it also makes you think. And really, yesterday, before all this went down, it really started making you think, is this really what I want to do? It really does. And I'm saying that with seriousness. You're like, maybe I should go back into retirement. You try so hard and you work so hard, and then somebody's just canceling you out. And say, even if they didn't get this, and they know it, even if you got those numbers and you bought them, you still ain't going nowhere if your content ain't no good. So what difference does it make? What? So they got 5,000 people and they got 10 people looking at them. Huh? That's their problem, ain't it? I don't get it. I get it because you want to out somebody. Are you upset? Are you mad with somebody? I get it. Just trying to make it my next crew. Oh, I need to pay you a visit. Yes, you do. You need to pay him a visit. Him and Warmstrong gonna be on tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I need to go on there with my hat. Shoot, my hat cute. My hat cute. Hey, Dad, my best friend. She had to go and work early. Yep, she needed to go and work. And like I say, it's a rainy day here in Florida. And Tampa Bay area. I don't know. My sister, she stays in another area. I know they had downpour last night. Thank you, everybody. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Controversial cruising. Say I'm off today, so expect it. Laugh out loud. I'm going to catch up with all the women on Betty's. Oh, okay. Yeah, them good women. Them, you know me. And let me tell you, what a good strength is to have. A good strength to me on YouTube or even in life. If you don't like somebody, why do you have to tell other people? What if that other person like the person that you don't like? I always say keep your mouth shut. And if that person's as bad as you say, then they'll show. If you telling me that you don't, I start looking at you at the side eye. Like I better be watching you, because if you're talking about them, you're talking about me. Yep, that's how I look at it. It is, Antoinette, and it's getting worse. It's getting worse. And I'm like, I just can't believe how they would call somebody a fake. They would call them a fraud. They would let people ask for money. People call them a fraud or whatever. People choose to send them that money. If they want to send, let them send the money. You ain't got to send them a dime. And guess what? You ain't got to watch their channel. You do not have to watch their channel. That's all you have to do. You don't have to worry about them inviting them. They probably don't want to come to your channel. No way. I'm not protecting the wrong of what they're doing. I'm just saying, if they're doing something wrong, they'll be found out. You ain't got to tell. You ain't got to pull up numbers. People already know. You're a step behind. Betty, Miss Betty, almost 70, not grown. I don't know what that makes us. I know, right? Right. I know. And over the years, Keisha, we all do change. I tend to laugh a little more, cry still. I always was a crier when I was a child. I cried a lot. As a child, I've cried a lot through life. I don't think that part of me will ever change. I'll cry a lot, because a lot of times people think that's people. Yes, I have a tough. I know I have a tough personality. I know that. I know that. You know, I believe in minding my own business, and and that is so true. And I'm gonna tell you. Oh, they say right hand. I learned that in the jury thing the other day. I'm always raising my left hand. I promise. I used to, I promise, whatever. I used to watch other people's numbers really close. That would go on about the same time as I did. But you know what? I don't do that no more. I do not do that. I worry about my own numbers. I can't worry about other people's numbers. I got to worry about what I'm doing. And I think that's part of the problem, because I used to take the time, go over, see how many people they had. A couple of days later, I don't do that. I stopped that months ago. I stopped it months ago. That's why I say we all have a role in this mess sometimes, because it becomes a mess. And then people get jealous over other people's numbers, or in life, if I got more than you or you got more than me. People get jealous over stuff. Only way we're gonna grow if we focus on that. And that is so true. And that's why I'm gonna bring Scott on my channel one day, because we really need to talk about focusing on ourselves. We really do. And sometimes you have to take a day out like me yesterday and really think about it. If this is really what I want to do, because it's 2 years now. If I want to just do the lives, if I want to just do the vlogging, because with the vlogging, what I look at, and I still gonna do my live, so don't nobody run away from me. But I just think with vlogs, a lot of times you're in the YouTube streets, but you can kindly do it alone, and not as much, everybody have a say into it, is what it is. The harder part about business is minding your own business. Yeah, especially, we're on social media. Uh-oh, did I pull it up? I sure did. We're on social media, and the sad part is the bigger we get, the more the negativity comes. And that's scary. That's scary to me. People can get nasty. They can get really nasty is what it is. D is here from Australia. D would be with me. She should be asleep, y'all. It should be about 11:13 where D is at PM. My sister say, tell a troll your sister will drop these elbows on them. They're not trolls. They're YouTube creators. I mean, we have trolls, you know what I mean? But YouTube creators can be just as savvy as that. And I guess the other thing I could say is you just don't know what somebody can do to you on the YouTube streets. And it does get scary to me sometimes when I'm on here, not knowing what I got planned for the day. It's like when we are in elementary school. Yep. And someone stole the glue stick. Yep. And you saw who did it. Yep. And are you like, oh, no, I don't know about that one. Oh, I'm telling. I'm probably not telling. Not in school. Who took it? I'm telling. That's probably in kindergarten, but in high school. Oh, honey. I know what you're saying, though. I know what you're saying. And I was up late last night because I was on Patrick's channel last night. I was in the bushes, but they drew me in. They really did. Yeah, I'm glad too. And if it wasn't really for a half cheetah wheel view, I wouldn't have been up that late. But he had his half cheetah wheel view. He had a good conversation last night. A conversation that always needs to be had, but it always goes into the wrong direction. But I can say that he did keep it right where it needed to be, and everybody got to say their say so. You know, only one troll came in and he really put him in his place. So, sometimes you can have some deep conversations. Like they say, don't get on politics, don't get on religion. But that's what his channel was a little bit about, and everything kind of creeped in, is what it did. So, yeah, I'm going down. I'm thinking about going back to just creating content. I know, right? Right, internet? Right? It is. It's less drama. I'm telling you, when you're not on live. I love lives because I could just come in here and chit chat. But one thing about my lives, I don't have open panels, which I think a lot of time cause a lot of problems. You can come out here and say, I don't like Betty. So that's just one person. You know, I'm just one person. But if you got an open panel, you got five, somebody want me to do open panels, but I know what that creates. I have watched that. I have been on open panels my first year in YouTube. You get up there and you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if people going to start talking about other people. But that's why I always do invite it, because that's the safest. Or say, like, I would say if Official Jamie, if she came on here and said, Bet I want to come up, oh, I ain't got no problem. I said, some people you ain't worried about. I'm not worried about Geeky Girl. I'm not worried about Warm Strong, Controversial Crew. A lot of people in these Keisha, I ain't worried about it. Because those are the people that you keep around you, those are the ones that you shouldn't worry about them jumping up on your live. Now, an open panel, it can go anywhere. I learned that from Nitro. A lot of people don't like Nitro. But Nitro, I always say he has two sides to him. Listen to the side about YouTube and you will learn a lot from Nitro. A lot from Nitro. Hey, Indonesia. Do I want to Bali? Everybody talk about Bali. My sister and me, we should go to Bali. I have to start saving my pennies right now, y'all. I have to do a GoFundMe. I have to do one of those. I have to do a GoFundMe, and D says 12:13 a.m. Finish working at 11 p.m. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Natural Alarm, for coming in. And I agree. I love your waterfalls. And Keisha just came off her vacation. And Natural said there will be lots of waterfalls. Oh, that sounds so relaxing. I may not want to come back home if I be around. Time I'm going with you. Well, we got to find out how much we gonna stay in the village. Oh, we staying in the villa. He gonna send us the picture of the village, the villa. But Keisha, find out the price. We might just have a go. You never know. We'll have a good time though. Now I don't know. I'm a little old to be eating new food. I have to be careful what I eat if I go to another country, because if you get sick in another country, that's the only thing about getting older too. You got to be careful if you go to a different country, what you eat. Because even when I went to Australia, my stomach stayed upset all the time. So I always had to take something for it, because the food is different, and then they're prepared differently, you know. So now, oh, I'm from the U.S. also. Okay, north of Miss Betty. Okay, okay, Salamat. Okay, yeah, Florida. Everybody tell me they don't want to move to Florida. What's wrong with Florida? The whole U.S. of A about the same. I don't care what y'all say. Florida, Texas, y'all say y'all. The whole U.S. of A. It's about the same. Okay. But you know what? I see all of you. I hope y'all bought your cup of coffee, cup of tea. Oh, girl, I've been talking 50 minutes. Cup of coffee, cup of tea. And yeah, I had my big glass of wine. I got to do that again, y'all. I had a good time. I had a good time. But I do see y'all. Y'all are, and y'all see me. I'm strong. I'm unstoppable. When I rise every day, no matter what age I am or age you are, I am strong and I'm unstoppable. I see you. And what I really think about too is, what do I really want to do and get my point across? And that's other younger people. I really want to, lean to their ear. And I notice, and I think I'm going to change my keywords back, because let me see. I need to get in. I want to see what audience I have now. Let's see. I'm going into my analytics and I need to see what audience I have now. The ages is what I'm talking about. Okay, not subscribed. I have 50.7%. Oh, I can share it too, can't I? Because it ain't no money on this page. Okay, hold on. Let me share it. Let me come back over to StreamYard. And I'm going to share it and show you Destination on here. Hey, Destination Fun. Yeah, I was talking about y'all last night. I sure will. Okay, I'm trying to share my analytics on something. Share screen. Channel analytics. Share. Okay. You tab StreamYard. I need to take you off the screen. Okay, let me go down the screen real fast before I get on that. Miss Betty, rice, noodles, and yeah, okay. A few chicken feet. Ain't no chicken feet. I would. My mom used to cook chicken feet. Greetings, sung art at West Palm Beach. Girl, I was born on Tamarind 701 or 601 Tamarind Avenue. Girl, it was a 2-story house years ago. And then, and a fish market on the side, Antoinette, that was my granddaddy. And then it was Harvey's Barbecue right there on Tamarind. Girl, I know about, I was raised there. And then we went to Riviera Beach where my mom bought a house. Girl, that was my stomach. And Rosemary. Girl, I know about West Palm Beach. Yeah. Been a little while since I've been there. I'm trying to go down the chat before I get on that, because y'all know I'll get lost. Destination Fun, how you doing? Thank you so much. Ooh, she gonna be spending more time here. All right. Talking about, you better say it, Miss Betty. Strong and unstoppable. And really, geeky girl, she's raising 5 daughters. And I just think that she will be, and this is the truth, I'm saying this out, that she will be amazing for women younger than her, to kind of show them the way. Show them a way, not only in a church environment, also just the world, even about marriage, about, picking a mate. You don't even have to talk about your marriage, but you could just talk about kind of like what strengthening is, how you stayed married for 30 years, and all the different, how you even chose a mate, And like I say, if this is your first marriage and you've been married 20 some years, you did something right. You did something right. I forgot what I was talking about before. Oh, yeah, thank God I pulled it up. Trish saying, hey to everybody. Rooted is still here. And he gonna start an Instagram page, y'all, today. He let this old woman, she started one before him. Did you know the Hubbards? No. Maloney's. Who else we knew down there? Malone, but ours was Robinson. That was my mom's family name. Ethel Robinson, Tony Robinson. I don't know how old are you, around my age, Antoinette? Or are you younger? Betty made us moderator, so we can visit friends who was present at this live. Huh? Make us a moderator? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? Okay, so were you raised in West Palm Beach? Do you remember Harvey's Barbecue, all the little stores around there, Rosemary Avenue? So you got to be probably around that time. Is that what you're saying, Arda Black, about making you a moderator? Okay, good morning, everyone. Hey, Cherry Spot. Hello. How you doing? That's on my list, Miss Betty. Thank you. I bet you it is. I already can. Girl, you been looking cute. What you been up to? She been looking cute, a child. Uh-huh. Yeah, she getting to that age now. Her husband better watch out, because that's when we really grow up. We really grow up. There's some phenomenal women on YouTube. I'm glad I come across them. They are some good women. But one thing, Rudy, you will notice that most of the great women, they really kind of stick to themselves. They get one or two people. And sometimes people could, they can have an open chat thing, and they can really do it. I just don't believe I can. I believe it's better for me to invite, or if somebody want to come up, it's got to be somebody I really know. You know what I mean? So let's see. I'm still trying to get to the bottom before I go over that. It's already 57 minutes. Jury Spot. Jordan, hello. That's why I be trying to get to the end, because I know people be sneaking in. Somebody asked before I go on about my who watches me. With my moderators, I already honestly have enough moderators. And normally they're the ones that I choose, and I kind of watch you for a while. That's how I kind of do before I ask someone to be a moderator, because I'm going to say again, be really careful who you choose as a moderator. Be really careful, because if they become angry at you, they can do a lot to your channel. And I learned that really from Kevin, and I'm so glad I did learn that. And once in a while, I will go and check and see who I made a moderator. And say if they haven't been around for a while, usually I'll take them off. And some people I leave on, because I know they're still hanging here with me. So I'm really careful who I choose to be a moderator. And I know people out the country, they make everybody a moderator. So I know it's kind of hard for them when they come to our chats to see that we don't make everybody moderators. And the reason they do it out of the country, and some other channels, and some Americans do it. I'm thinking about Eerie Frog. He makes everybody moderators. I think also the Bud Files. But a lot of people, the people most out the country, they use it so other people can drop their links, and it makes it easy for them, is what it is. So, I just choose not to to make everybody a moderator, and I'm a little choicey about it. Oh yeah, I know. Thank you so much. I was gonna go back to it. I'm gonna do one more thing and then I'm gonna go. Thank you so much, Dees. Yes, I remember that barbecue place. I grew up in Riviera Beach. I ain't working no Winn-Dixie, girl. I stayed there till I was 18 years old. Girl, that's where I lived. That's where I went to school at. I went to school before it was integrated. Girl, we got something to talk about. Yeah. Yeah, St. Mary Hospital. That's where my brother and sister was born. I was born in the house on Tamarind. Girl. On 45th Street. And my street was Michigan Avenue at first. Then it went to 7th Street. I don't know what it is now because they changed all them streets. Hey, Jennifer, Embarkation Nation. How you doing? Thank you for coming. I'm just going back over to my analytics page to let me get back over. I hope it's big enough. Let's see how big it's showing. Let me go back here. We got to mute this. And then hold on, I'm coming. I went on the other side, but it ain't doing what I wanted it to do. Hold on. I'm coming. Okay, it's big enough. Okay, so let me go into my studio. Okay, here we see that I have 34 point. Wait a minute. I didn't want that. I have 50.7% of people not subscribed. 49.3% they're subscribed. 50% of females and 50% of males. But you know, this don't mean that is correct, because it depends on who computer or phone that they're using. Okay, so remember that it may be more females showing than what's, they could be using a male phone or computer that they're signed into. And then, okay, these are the people that watch me. Okay, it's all over the board. Maybe I'll use my I'm trying to go through so many different screens. Okay, let me get back over to analytics. But okay, 13 to 17, 2.2%. And probably those are from my shorts. 18 to 24, I have 16.9, 25 to 34, 18.5, 35 to 44, 17.1. So I am catching the people 45 to 54, 13.8, and 55 to 64, 14.9, and 65 years old plus 16.6. So I have a little bit of everybody on that. And I think that's it on that. Okay, and I have English 7.2% of those are subtitles. Okay, 39.9 US, United Kingdom, UK 5.6, India 3.3, Canada 2.1, and Russia 1.8. Russia, what y'all doing looking at me? But this also tell y'all how many minutes y'all looking at me. Okay. United States is the highest. Mexico 14%. Okay, we ain't gonna show everybody up today. Let's see what cities. You can hit cities. London, look at me. New York, Baltimore, Toronto, Los Angeles, Chicago. Just different places that, some don't look that long. My hometown only look about 4.25 minutes. So some of them not, a lot of them not that long. So anyway, a little bit over on anybody. So let me get back over to StreamYard. But it just shows, just a little bit of everybody. Because before I was just getting millennials and Generation X and younger, but now it's all over the board. So I kind of like that. So I guess I'll let hey, Elliot. Elliot is another great friend of mine. He's been around for a couple of years. And Elliot was talking more of, like the open panels that we used to do on Shane's channel. And I don't know, Elliot, I'm just a little frightened of open panels unless I know them, because we did it on Shane, but even some on there, I'm sure I wouldn't utilize. And I think that's the part that we would have to talk about first before I do. I don't mind 5 or 6 people, but they're going to be somebody that I'm comfortable with, and I'm not frightened of something coming out their mouths that that don't need to come out. They're grown up, and that's what we were talking about. Everybody need to take care of themselves. Don't worry about other people. Don't worry about them numbers and everything. So and I'm going to talk about one more thing. It's an hour and 6 minutes. I'm going to tell you a little story about my family. And the reason I'm telling you this is because I talked to somebody yesterday and they were talking about families not being that close. And I don't know if other people in this chat have that, where some of the family members are not as close as others. So I'm going to give you a little background on my mom's family, what happened. We started out when I was born, generation living. We had me, my mom, my sister, my aunt and her children, my grandma, my granddad, and my uncle stayed in another house. So it was definitely generational living when I was born in 55. Okay. So we end up moving out. My mom ended up buying a house, so the generational living stopped. And then the neighbors became our extended families a lot of time, because then my grandma died, granddad died. But before my granddad died, my mom, I never forget it, he had the fish shop. I had to be 10 or 11. And they had the fish shop, and they were sitting outside on this bench. And my mom said, Daddy, you really need to get this property in order, because when you pass, you know how Tom is, which was her brother. So anyway, and even my cousins don't know, because I never told them this. My first cousin, my granddad said, then y'all will just fight over it. And that's where the fight started. Okay. I like to know. Yeah, I like to know someone too. And that's where the fight started, over a piece of property. Okay, so it was my mom, it was my sister, it was my Uncle Tom, because Ulysses, the older brother, died. And baby sister. I almost forgot baby sister. Baby sister. Yeah, baby sister, my mom, and Tom. Those were the 3 that was alive. So Tom went some kind of way, and he ended up getting the property on his own without them. Now, of course, all of us children suffer from it, okay? So some kind of way, my aunt that was married to the older brother that died ended up getting the other 2 to help sue Tom to get money. Okay. When I went to pull the court records, maybe $2,000 was a lot back in, 65, 66? But that's all they got. And I heard baby sister never got her money, but that's here, neither there. That's just to say. So that's scratched off. But in the court records, it showed that each of them got like $2,000. That divided a family. My sisters, my sister and my brother, that's 11 years and 13 years older than me, younger than me, they do not know their first cousins. They don't know, that side of the family really that in depth. I know more than them. But let me tell you how bad it gets. When my uncle died, no, first let me start with my mom. Yeah, I tell dirt on here, but I tell it so other families will know that other people went through the same thing that you think that you went through alone. Okay? Now, when my mom passed, she was the first to pass out of the 3 living ones. He didn't even come to her funeral. My Uncle Tom didn't even come. He ain't come. He ain't come. Okay, but we still put him in the obituary when she passed. Okay, so then Tom passed. We never visit. None of us ever visit each other, whatever. My mom still did talk to her sister. Her sister did come up when mom passed and also when she was sick. Tom never visited the whole time she was sick. So anyway, since his wife, but Tom's wife, and his couple of his kids came over, which I was eternal grateful for because they were part of my past. They weren't part of my sister's past. So they were like, well, what they doing here? So when Tom died, I decided to go down to his funeral. Okay? But get this. He didn't put her in his obituary. So it was like she didn't exist. And that's what I'm telling you. Families can be tore up. $2,000. $2,000. And here, I don't even visit my cousins. I don't see my cousins. When my older sister died, it was a crossover. They wanted to come, so it was a mess. Okay? So, Elliot said, I lost an inheritance also. My mom lost hers too. And that's what I want. And this brings me, that's why I say a lot of stuff come from our childhood. A lot. Okay? Because I hear people fighting over inheritance, fighting over money, fighting over, what's due to me, what's owed to me. But let me tell you what I learned from that situation and a family tearing up. It ain't worth it. Let them have it, y'all. It ain't worth it. I will sign away a piece of property that my mama, it's an heir property. I'll sign. If somebody want to fight about that property, I will sign it. Send the paper. I'll sign it. I was married. I signed away a house when I got divorced. I signed it. I ain't fighting over no property, y'all. I am not fighting over no material, but that comes from my childhood. And you can't buy me with money. I tell anybody, don't ever try to buy me with money. You can't buy me. And that comes from my childhood. You can't buy me. But don't worry about fighting over a piece of property. An inheritance. What's the fight? And most of the time, it's not even that much money. Yes, you're going to be hurt. I'm not going to say you won't hurt. That little property what my mom them got up there, and if one of the siblings wanted to take it, I said, take it. Take it. It's sad that it comes down to money. It is. And that's why they always say weddings and funerals cause the most problems in families. And it breaks the family unit. You think I don't miss my cousins? You think I don't miss their lives growing up? I never got to know their kids. You think I don't miss that? I miss it. How do you go back in? I tried to go back in one time, but it don't work. It's irretrievably broken. Unless two people, I'm sure they were willing to work with it, but something else got a mucky rich thrown in it. So it was either I was in the middle. It's either I keep what I got now and hold it tight, or I go and try to gain something back that I might lose anyway. So of course I'm gonna choose what I got and I know and I love. So I just wanted to bring that up because it happens so much in families. It rips people apart. My husband is always amazed at how much of my family history and connections that I know. And that's amazing, Keisha. And I hope that even with the living people now, record their voices. And I do this a lot of times where my children and great grands, they'll know my voice, because sometimes in this time in which we live in, most of us are not as close to our children or our families. That's just it. A lot of times parents get blamed of how they raise, and then the kids don't take and think about, well, what my mom went through or what my daddy went through. They don't know your history a lot of times, or the pains you went through. They don't know what pains it was to even raise them. And then they're going to say you ain't raised them right. Yeah, that is awesome. They need to keep really good records of that, because that, I'm telling you, yeah, it's sad. So much history has to be told. But I can honestly say when my mom and dad did pass, there was no arguments between us. None. I just say whatever y'all plan, because my sister really took care of my mom and my dad. Whatever decision, and my sister, you make, it's fine with me. I'll sign on the dotted line. I don't have a problem. I ain't gonna even question it, but that comes from my childhood. And I know a lot of people don't feel that way. And I'll give you an example. My oldest sister, she had a car and she wanted my niece to have it. So me, my brother, and sister had to sign off of it for my niece to get, ain't no problem. Signed it. But a lot of people will say, yeah, no, it's not. Take the money. It is. It's not. It's not. And then all that hate builds up inside you. Yes, money comes and goes. It really does. Trish says, I think funerals call. Yes, they do. Trish, marriages can too with them big weddings, girl. But funerals do, because people are anticipating something. When your mom and dad died, people are anticipating some money, some jewelry, something. I'm not getting, and they not giving it to me. And that's what people are anticipating. So they're already coming tensed up when they come. So yeah. And I love to hear people say too that if I won $1 million, I like to just bring that in there, because I'm gonna tell you about having money. Money, yes, it could pay bills, it could get you it could do all that other stuff, but all that other stuff is just stuff. It's stuff. At this age, it's just, I could take half of the junk out my house and fill up somebody else's house and still have stuff in my house. It's too much. I wish I could show you right now a corner where I got stuff piled up, where I got to go to the store and get big boxes just to give it away. I don't know, y'all. Yep, when Nan passed, Mom, brother took everything he could. Family, yeah, everybody want to take everything. But I honestly can say, me, my brother and sister, there was no quarrels, no nothing. And that is amazing. That shows the kind of human beings that they raised. You know, my mom told us exactly what she wanted and she got it. You know, there was nobody going to talk us out of it. She told us what to do, and that was it. It was done. And I was so grateful to my brother to just take over. You know, basically he took over like my mom, making sure when she passed that day that she got to the funeral home, choosing the casket, choosing the everything. My brother and baby sister. You know, so what do you do? When people do everything, what do? You just sign on the dotted line. Yes, I'm responsible for capturing stories. Okay, at family functions and sharing our photos and keeping directories updated. That's a hard one, the directory. And you know what, Keisha? Make a copy. I know I don't have to tell you that, but always make a copy because you just never know, you know? Because once those are lost, they are lost forever. You know, so and the only as far as I can get back to is our great grandma is because once we hit that slave wall, we really can't go before that because so many slaves were numbers is what they were. So yeah. And you know, I was up late last night again. I was on Patrick show last night. Half Cheetah Will View. He does a lot of film reviews. He does a lot of interviews. Thank you everybody for being here. And thumbs up, please, to help me grow. And I was staying in the bushes, but then I came out because they had a conversation that really was interesting. It could have went off the side rails, but Half Cheetah Will View. Go over there and see what they talked about last night. A little bit about history, um, a little bit about what people don't talk about, and you know, because it gets thrown off the rails. Was religion, a little bit about colorism, but it was really, they got a troll in. Hey, VS Speaks Royally. They did get a troll in last night, and they even got that person straight. And then even one person said something to me, apologized, you know, so it ended up being a great learning last night. Half Cheetah Will View. It was last night. His live brought me out the bushes to make me type and write in there. Because then I'm telling you, read your history, read it. Don't just go and see what the internet says. Get some books and start reading about your history. Then you'll know where you absolutely came from and what happened. And then you can accurately tell your children. And that's why I had a great mom. She read and she informed us about our history. She informed us about President Lincoln, the reasons why he did what he did. What else we talked about? We talked a little bit about the Constitution. Hey, Buddha, how you doing, Buddha? We talked a little bit about the Constitution. If you haven't read the Constitution, read the Constitution. Read it. Read it. How in there? What's part of something in there about us black folks? How we weren't even a full person. And Indians were zero. Read it. You need to learn about your history. I'm telling you. But that was a good chat. Half Cheetah Will View. Look at that from last night. A lot came and I wrote a lot, and you'll know a little bit about me and that. But the only thing with that is that does cause trolls. He did have one troll, which really was, but like he just put him right in his place. And a lot did come up because even the Confederate flag, we talked about that. How some people were saying that, well, a person saying that the person that's flying, they really don't know what the history is about. We talked about all of that. It's just so interesting. I mean, I'm 67 68, don't y'all forget that, December 10th. Don't y'all forget. Buddha, what you doing here? Buddha. This is, oh yeah, y'all will be on today, won't you, Buddha? On Swoop. Use on Thursday, Swoop. They have a panel, and they be talking about and laughing about everything, y'all. I'm usually in the bushes because that's what happens when I come in. The conversation could go anywhere. I'm one of those ones. Buddha says they have movies. Yeah, they do, but it's just good to read history books on all of that. All of that. Even Hitler is even involved with that a little bit. He even asked the US some questions of how they even got the Indians under control. It's like it's just so much history out there. Thanksgiving, what actually happened. It's just so much. There's some good stuff. There's some, but we need to really know where we came from. We really do. And like I say, you don't know me and you haven't walked in my shoes. You really don't know me, what it's like to really be me, But okay, we're gonna leave that. But I really had a good time, and I wish we could have more discussions of history without it going off the deep end. And the reason it does, because all of us have passionate, that's what I want to use, passionate feelings about it. Yeah, we're really passionate. And sometimes passion, like I told them last night, sometimes passion where people think you're mad is hurt and it's pain. It's hurt and it's pain. When I think about, and then I got to go because I haven't been on here almost an hour and a half. When I think about my great grandma, my the great greats, and the one before, and even my grandma, it brings tears to my eyes a lot of times because I didn't get to know them. I absolutely knew what they went through a lot of times because they had to lie a lot of times because it meant their lives. But I am so grateful. Let me tell you what I'm grateful for. That I know all my grandparents' names up to the slave wall. Now, before the slave wall, I don't know. So that's when you be able to call names, Grandma Mary, I had 2 Grandma Marys, so it's just like Grandma Ethel, my great grandmas, my granddad, it's just, and see the pictures. That's what brings the tears, to see the picture of them. To see my grandfather for the first time that stayed in South Carolina, standing by a horse, and he looked completely different than what I thought he was going to look. My grandma, I'm thinking of this little petite woman. My grandma was, but my great grandma, that's because she died early, bearing twins running in our house. Thank you, Buddha. You so nice. Buddha went back on her other channel. But my grandma, she was great grandma. She was a big bone woman. Yeah. I tell you. Let's see. Trina, amen. Can't wait to move to no. Oh, okay, Buddha, you moving? I want to stay in a small town. I keep saying, thank you, everybody, for being here. I do. I want to stay in a small town. is what I want to do. You know what? And one more question, I'm definitely going this time. Okay, with YouTube, have you really thought of a goal of where you want to be? I would say 2 years from now on YouTube. Have you really thought, is this really what I want to do? Is this really what makes me happy? Is this really what makes me happy? Hey, little felon. Who is little felon? I heard a little felon before. Buddha, is that you too? Who is little felon? I seen little felon somewhere. Me too, Miss Betty. The names get confusing yeah. And you can get really confused. And I'll tell you why, Keisha. Because a lot of times it gets confusing because people had to lie. So sometimes somebody would think that their mama was their mom, but it really wasn't. They was a child of somebody else. So that's where everything gets confusing. People were marrying first cousins at that time. Whites, blacks, they were whites, Negroes. They were marrying first cousins at that time. I'm pretty sure my grandma and granddad was cousins. I don't know how close they were, but yeah, connected. Thank you, little felon. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, it does. Our aunts are actual grandmas and grandmas. Yep. I'm telling you. And you know what I found out too? When you go on the census, look at the whole thing because most of them stay close around each other. You know, they stayed, I forgot what my husband called it, but they stayed, you know, in an area close. I know with my father in Georgia, that's how they stayed. They stayed really close. Aunts, uncles, grandma, you'll see all those names right around each other. If you're fortunate, that's what you get, is what it is. Yeah. So, and I keep telling my children to ask me questions. They don't really ask. So, you know, I'll write up as much as I can, but that's it. I want to make sure that each son has a copy, you know, of whatever I write up. So I can only go as far as I can. So at least they know even their great grandma. I didn't know her name until I was grown. I didn't know she had died and having triplets. See, all that stuff you just want to know. Twins run in our family heavy. She died of having twins, but my grandma had a set of triplets. My aunt had 2 sets of twins. Then my aunt, one of her daughters had 2 sets of twins. And it don't skip a generation in our family. Then my first cousin, her daughter had a set of twins, even though one of them died. But that is great to know that what runs in your family. You know what I mean? So I'm just happy about it, even though Frozen Hearted, hello and welcome in ass. Well, thank you, but that means I'll stay a couple of minutes until you get out them ass for somebody watching the ass. And I'm beginning to see a lot more new names. I don't know if VS Royalty is here, but I'm gonna ask because I got quite a few creators in here. I want to know okay, I did a short video and I used YouTube Music. But when I did it, you know, the yellow light came on, not the green. However, YouTube said since it was a short that it wouldn't affect the short, but it does. I know they didn't push it out. They didn't push it out. I do know that it wasn't pushed out. This one looked different from all the other ones. It looked different. So I think that yellow light, even though they said it didn't affect it, it affected it. Elliot says, let me make sure. Frozen Heart, thank you so much. Okay, Elvis Presley, grandma and grandfather were first cousins. Oh, yeah. They did not live long. Yeah. A lot of them were first cousins. That's why it was a lot of mental health. Children were messed up. You know, a lot was going on and passed on to the next, generation of children. You wonder what's going on. In my family, my great grandma and my grandma were mulattoes. They stopped calling them mulattoes. They were mixed, either with white, with Indian, with German, or something. Ours was Shula. I forgot. Somebody else said that it really was. I always think of German, but somebody else said something else. So I guess if I wanted to go before that slave wall, then I have to look for like a Shula plantation. But even when you get to the plantation, they're numbers. They're not names, is what it is. Or they're just first names, is what it is. So, because I think I found one, but see, I don't want to think. I want to know before I really write down that name on my form. I want to make darn sure that I have the right thing on there. There are some cultures that still thrive on Oh yeah, they say they call it the cleansing. Even though they're kids, a lot of those kids come out. Something's wrong with them, and they still do it. They still do it. Buddha, you know what? I love my Buddha. Buddha says she moving. I'm moving too. But I am so grateful. I am for all y'all. I kept thinking today was Friday. I am so grateful all of you came in today. And I want the thumbs up. If you forgot, I want you to share me out, and then I'll put you on my ticker tape. And my newest member is Doff Paranormal. She became a new member on Sunday from Karen from Australia, and she stole my thunder. And the ones that shared me out, I don't even know, but they're on my I had 2 books up here this morning, but they're on my ticker tape. And Missing the Nut, Official Jamie, Swoop Like Me, Felicia, F.R. Humphreys, V.S. Speak Royally. And I thank all of y'all so much for being here. And I have a good day, everyone. Jury Spot, hey, I'm glad I saw you before I went off. I will see y'all Monday. It's Monday, Friday. See, I'm thinking it's Friday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And thank you so much for watching the commercials and just being here today with me. I enjoyed it so much. Stormy day. Oh my goodness, I miss my stormy day coming in. Okay, making sure I didn't miss anybody else. And Elliot, make sure you get another cup of coffee for me. And y'all, I'm gonna get out of here because I kept y'all longer than needed. And thanks so much, D, for staying up. D stays in Australia, but y'all really hung in here with me today, and I thank y'all so very much from the bottom of my heart. Bye, everybody. Bye, 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 bye. Y'all have really stuck with me today, and I will I done messed up. Chit chat with y'all later.
Just text, I know it's a toss up, but I hate the fact that we lost touch. Ayy, the Uber pulling up on call. Tell me, is you trying?